Tyreek Hill was on SportsCenter the other day, just talking, having fun, being Tyreek Hill. That's what Tyreek does. Tyreek will be Tyreek. He was asked about Tua Tagovailoa and how valuable he is to this team and how necessary he is to the Dolphins.
QB1, Oos, like people gotta understand, like from Tua's development and where he's come from and where he is now, like that should speak volumes to a lot of people. Like a lot of people can say, oh, he has, Coach McDaniel calling plays, oh, he has XYZ receivers, or he got all these playmakers. But at the end of the day, you still got to get those playmakers the ball. You feel me? You got to be able to, you got to be able to prepare each and every week, with the same mindset, knowing that you got crazy defensive ends coming off the edge trying to take your head off. You feel me? So, like, there's a lot that goes into it, man. And for people to, like, sit here and try to discredit Tua and say, he's not deserving of a contract is wild to me, man. Because a lot of guys on the team understands his value and understands, that we need him. Like, we need his leadership. We need, his mindset. Like the mindset that he brings into each and every week is there. Like it's like Terminator almost, man. So I feel like he should be one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. Obviously save some room for me, but we won't get into that. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, ringing endorsement.
Basically, all you had to hear was the ending of that conversation. You know why?
Weren't you waiting for it the whole time?
I've been waiting. I'm like, all right, I know. Okay, cool. We get it. Nobody's saying he's not. The person you need to be talking to is Chris Greer. You know what I mean? And Boss Ross about the contract situation. Because if Tua gets the bag and you know how instrumental you've been to Tua's development as a above average, a really good quarterback, you want your bag as well. And you just had another baby.
You did it, or you're about
to have another baby.
Yeah. And he always takes care of his kids. Tyreek Hill does that. What I do like is he kind of gets more into the weeds of why Tua is so important. Not just, he led the league in passing yards last year. He says he has the leadership. He has the mentality. The team, rallies around him. So now you get the feeling that Tua isn't just, one of the good players on this team. He is one of the very, very most important parts for more than just his numbers, but for the way he leads the team. But at the same time, Vlad, the whole time I'm listening, I'm like, when is Tyreek going to slip in how he should also get paid? Because Tyreek's all about Tua getting the biggest contract of all time. But at the same time, Tyreek Hill's also all about him getting the highest contract of all time for a non-quarterback. He never explains the money situation. And I guess that's not his thing. Finance, doing that. That's Chris Greer. But at the same time, it is a little contradictory, isn't it? He should be one of the highest paid players. I should too. It's like, okay, what are you going to do? One thing I know he's not going to do. He's not going to do Jalen Brunson. Tyreek not going to take a discount. Vlad?
Hey, man, that's
I don't blame him.
Hey. Do what you got to do to live comfortably and provide for your family and what's going to be good for you. That's what you got. That's the decision you choose. So, yeah, you could be team friendly. You could help the team out, or you just, be family friendly and look out for your family.
Yeah, I understand. But I like the fact that Tua now, I get more insight into him, not just the quarterback. He is a team leader. He is someone that everyone loves. He is Tyreek Hill, the best in the game, saying that he
That's all good, but you got to win, right? It still comes down to W's and L's.
I understand. We need an SUV running back, and we don't have an SUV running back. We got to figure that out. Of course, we got tons of receivers, fastest receivers in the world. They're going to put up a whole lot of yards until probably about week 12, and then things are going to get a little dicey.
Yeah, when it gets cold.
Nonetheless, Tyreek Hill did talk about that receiving core and how much he really likes them.
I want to start with receivers. Playing out the video we just saw, you, Waddle, and Odell Beckham Jr. Where are you ranking that trio?
Where am I ranking that trio?
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, where are you ranking that
Number
trio?
one, of course.
I know.
Come on now. Number one, of course.
What do you like so much about it?
I just love, man, like you got three different guys, obviously, and you got guys that can do like different things for a different offense, man. Like when you look at like a guy who has expertise, big hands, can run out the catch, can do the jump ball, can run every route. Then you got Waddle who can do some of the similar things, but also, get drunk off the yak even more, because he faster than Odell, I'm sorry for saying this, but Waddle is faster than you. So Yeah, like Waddle can get drunk off the yak even more. Then you add myself, who's a Swiss Army knife. You know what I'm saying? So Waddle, I'm faster than both of y'all. All right, so I'm just gonna say that. Who can do some similar things just like them? I'm still banking on Coach McDaniel to throw me some more fades.
Mm-hmm.
I've been begging for those a little bit more, man. So yeah, man, like we pretty much 3 guys who can do a whole bunch of things, man. Like we just do it at a faster pace than other guys in the league.
Okay, I agree with him that they're fast and they have their different skills. The part I don't go with is the fade part. I don't know any fans that are like, man, we need to throw more fades, especially to a guy who's about 5'8", Vlad.
I mean, he did catch one against the Chargers to
First
win
game
the
of the year. That was it. But he says he's begging for more fades. I don't know.
Listen, Tyreek, like, you know what I realized? Tyreek loves hearing himself talk.
Yes, he does do that. He likes to talk a lot of noise, but he is the fastest man in football, and I think he has more skills than all these other guys. You know, Jalen Waddle's going to get us 1,000 yards. Look, history has taught us that. Every year, Jalen Waddle's going to get you at least 1,000 yards. Odell Beckham Jr., maybe he has somewhat of a renaissance with this team, but Tyreek Hill also says this: those guys are great. I love them. I still need to get mine. I want to eat. Notice that he's a great teammate, but at the same time, he's also Team Tyreek Hill a lot of the times. But
he's mastered it. He knows how to big his team up and also,
big himself up.
Big himself up as well.
Maybe he sees that he's their best chance at winning. Get me the ball. And
yeah.
You know what? He's
had the two most. He's had his 2 highest receiving yards the last 2 seasons with the Dolphins.
You saw what happened when he got hurt in that Tennessee game.
That's beautiful and everything. But guess what, guys? The big superstars that you have down here, they've done well for you, but they need to win the title.
They need to win some games.
And Tua, Tyreek, they got to win playoff games, at least with them. I mean, they are.
Yeah.
I still think, they're a playoff threat. They're definitely going to get in the playoff, and they got to win a game in the postseason this year.
Yeah, they definitely do. But that's the thing. I mean, Tyreek here, Jalen Waddle, Tua, they put up a lot of numbers, but come the end of the season, they're more of a meow than a roar, it seems like. And I mean, I'm guessing we talked about that problem. Maybe we need a bigger tight end. We went out and got Jonnu Smith. Maybe he's part of the answer. You said over and over again, they need a bruising big back that in the cold weather is a tough tackle. And we see a lot of the teams that are successful have those big bruising backs. Even Isaiah Pacheco for Kansas City. He's hard to bring down. He's tough between the hashes.
I've never seen anybody that runs harder for 3 yards.
Right. He's a tough hombre. So you look at that. And of course, the Baltimore Ravens, they got a little somebody that can run pretty good. Derrick Henry, that guy's a big, nasty back. Help Lamar Jackson out a little bit. And these are just guys in your own conference. Yeah, going to be a little weird, a little crazy. How many different ways can you Swiss Army knife Tyreek Hill? Remember, they kind of used him in that one game against the Cowboys. They threw that quick screen pass that got him in field goal position. Maybe you have to do a little bit more of that. It's kind of like a long handoff, kind of running a little bit. Tyreek Hill seems for the most part durable, though. Am I right? I know Jalen Waddle got kind of nicked up last year. Odell Beckham, everybody gets nicked up, but Tyreek Hill, for the most part, pretty darn durable.
He was nicked up too. What are you talking about?
He got nicked up, but he still played great.
No, he was nicked up to the point that's why he couldn't get 2,000 yards.
Right. He had to sit out a couple of games, but then he came back and then he played decent against Kansas City.
Listen, you guys are a bunch of Ferraris, and sometimes in December and January in the cold, those Ferraris, when they hit, they get hit.
Hill basically said we're a bunch of Ferraris.
They get dinged up.
We do it faster than everyone else. Yeah, well, nobody said you did it rougher than anyone else. You do it faster.
Gotta do it stronger.